all doing well, and hopefully this all is working tonight. Keep thinking I've got the hang of it, and then normally something different crops up. So I obviously don't normally stream on a Wednesday night, but I won't be streaming now until September, with going away on holiday. And I thought, kind of in honour of the new season of Wednesday coming out, it'd be nice to get my first page coloured in Fuzzy Meowvies 3 and to colour the Wednesday page. So I have picked out this one. I've already coloured the other Wednesday page that's in Fuzzy Meowvies 2. When I can find where it's got to, here it is. So I did colour this one this morning, and I have made it into a short as well if you wanted to check it out on the channel. So I thought I'd colour this one tonight. So obviously we've got Wednesday and Enid, so I thought I'll keep some bits the same, like perhaps like the brickwork and the edging there, I'll keep the same across both halves. But then Wednesday's half will obviously be blacks, greys, maybe a bit of dark purple, just so that it's not completely grey, but obviously not too colourful. And then obviously we can have a colour explosion on Enid's side, like it is in the show. So I'll start probably with the boring background bits, because as you can see I've already picked a few colours out. While I was just waiting to start streaming, I thought, right, I'll just pick a few bits out. So I'll start with the black. So I'm using my Ohuhu Honolulu bees again. So I've got the 120 black here. Obviously some paper behind the page. But yeah, it's my first page that I've coloured in this new Fuzzy Meowvies book, so I'm quite looking forward to being able to say that it's not an untouched book any longer, because there's quite a lot of TV shows in this one, and the other ones I think they had more of a mix between TV shows and films, whereas this one seems to be very heavily towards films, which isn't a bad TV show, sorry, which isn't a bad thing. And there's a lot of like really big TV shows in it, but most of them are ones that I've obviously heard of, but the ones that I've not seen for a good proportion of them. So it is useful that there is a guide in the back letting you know kind of which page is to do with what show. But obviously this is one that I did manage to work out for myself what it was from. We've just sat and rewatched over the last few nights the first season of Wednesday, ready for the new one starting, because I couldn't remember that much of it, to be honest. As it got going, I was like, oh right, I think they're important, and it was going through different bits, and I was like, I'm sure there's something there with that love interest, but there was still some bits that I hadn't got a clue. It was like I was watching it for the first time. I do not have the best memory for things sometimes. So that's it for the black for the minute. I'm sure I'll get that out again. So kind of for the brickwork in the back, I've picked out two yellow grey colours. So I thought I'll use a slightly darker one for the actual bricks. So that's the YG080. So I'll colour the bricks in this colour. Because I don't really want I want the background to not just be plain, but I don't want it to be like the main focus of the page. So just use kind of neutral, boring colours for this bit, and then hopefully it'll make the contrast between Wednesday and Enid stand out even more. So let's colour this side as well. we go. And then I'm probably not going to colour all of the background in the lighter colour. I'm assuming that's a very small brick. But I thought I'll go around some of them a little bit with the YG040. So I don't want to colour in kind of all, but I probably will add a fair bit to the background. A little bit around there. So yeah, we're going to start watching the new season tonight. There's is there 4 episodes? I know it's not all released, is it, at the minute? Some of it's out now, and then the rest, I believe, is the start of September, if I'm remembering rightly. So we're going to try and get the episodes that are released, try and get that watched over the next few nights so that we've seen it before we finish. Before we go away, should I say. Then that'll do that side, and then it'll do kind of do a tiny bit along the top. So yeah, looking forward to seeing, because I've avoided all spoilers and hints and everything about season 2, so I haven't got a clue what to expect or who's in it, other than, you know, presumably Wednesday, but no idea other than that. So I'm very interested to see kind of where it's sat, because I don't even know that. So I've managed to avoid everything. I think husband normally struggles a bit more avoiding spoilers because he goes on TikTok and watches a lot of shorts, whereas I tend to only watch the shorts for channels that I'm subscribed to, and I don't go on TikTok, so I normally find it quite easy to avoid spoilers for things. Okay, and I'll just add a little bit down there. Cool. So I think that'll be background about done. I'm going to move those colours to one side though, just in case I do need them again later. I've just noticed there's a bit more of that frame, isn't there, that's down here. So let's colour that in black as well. Forget that bit. Oh, it's bled quite a bit over there, which is unusual. I'll have a look, see if I've got something that can I'll colourless blender here. Let's use that, see if that'll lighten it up a bit. And then I can go back over it afterwards. I'll just use a gel pen if need be, and a matching colour to neaten that up in a bit, but I'll leave that there for now. So I have picked out a few colours. So I've picked a colour out for Wednesday's hair. Obviously a dark colour, but I thought, well, I won't use black because else it's going to blend in a bit too much on some of the other bits. But I have picked obviously a dark colour. So I've gone for neutral grey NG06 because I think that should be about dark enough. So start here on the pigtails. So as you see, it is quite a dark colour, but it isn't quite black. But obviously she has got black hair, hasn't she? So I did need quite a dark colour. I thought I'll start on at least some elements on this side first, purely because I know a bit better what colours I want this side to be. So like I said, I coloured that other Wednesday page this morning. So I've got kind of an idea, although she was wearing a different outfit. She was wearing a dress in that other picture. Obviously it's different outfit here, but I'm going to get that colourless blender out again there. Just to try and lighten that up. Even more. It's really annoying that the black's gone over. If it wasn't like black, it wouldn't be quite so obvious, would it? But never mind. So for her skin, obviously she has a very pale complexion, and I also want this side just to be very grey anyway, just to get the colour contrast. So I've gone for a really light grey. So I've gone for CG020 for her skin. Well, I suppose in this case it's actually fur, isn't it, with it being cats. I do like this book. Well, all the Fuzzy Meowvies. It's just so cute that it's cats, but in different settings, different shows, different films. And some of my cute and cozy books I've made a point of kind of writing down in the start, you know, putting like a post-it note in the start of the book, with the colours that I'm using for the characters, if the characters are repeated through the book. But for the Fuzzy Meowvies ones, I haven't bothered, because obviously on each page the character's kind of being something else, isn't it? So I haven't really felt the need to write down the combinations. So for the kind of what would normally be the pink bits, I thought I'll go for a really light purpley pink. And I've gone for V230 just because I want blacks, greys, purples this side, and then it means it will be even, stand out even more, the pinks on that side. But it is adding a little pop of colour. And for this candle, I'm going to use that colour for the candle as well. And I'll also colour the actual wax with the same colour, I think, as her skin, because I think that'll help tie it in together. So then I have got a purple, so I just thought I'll just add a little bit of colour. Now I might colour her shoes in black, but I thought I might make her t-shirt underneath purple. I know that is kind of going. She's very much more black and white, but I thought there's only so much black and white I want on my page, so I thought I'll go slightly rogue and add a little bit of colour. And I don't know whether this is meant to be a skirt, I think, but again, add a bit of this lovely deep purple, the P5 aubergine, and I'll get the black back out again, colour the little zipper on the jacket, and colour her shoes in black as well. So yeah, this will be my last live stream tonight until September. We're going away. Which I'm getting very excited for. We should be packing tomorrow, I think. No doubt we'll realise that there's something we've forgotten, because that's normally the case. We think we've got it all, but you know, come to pack and then you realise, oh gosh, we forgot that. There's always, I will be amazed if there's not something that we've forgotten. Normally always is. So now I'm going to go for NG03 for her jacket, because it's a deep grey, but it's a little bit lighter than her hair, so you can see now her hair's dried a bit. It isn't quite as dark as the black, but it is still obviously quite deep. So just need to decide what colour I'm going to do for the cello. Thinking I might use a bit of purple on it for some of the details. I'll use that deep purple, that P5 aubergine again. And then I'll come in with a grey. I might get a different grey out. And I'll call it that as well. Let me have a look for the different greys. So what have I used so far? CG020 I've used for a skin. I've used NG06, NG03. So I've used a lot of the neutral greys. So I could go for a cool grey. So I think if not, it's going to be either way too light or way too dark. Jacket I did NG06. I need to make sure it's a bit lighter than that, with that jacket going heavily down the side. So I'll go for CG204. CG204, and hopefully this is going to be different enough from her jacket, which I think it is. Here we are. It's obviously going to all be quite similar anyway, with it being, you know, just different greys, but keep going back and forth so it doesn't dry. Don't want any weird lines in it. There we go. Right. Yeah, that's different enough, isn't it? It doesn't completely blend in. That part, I suppose, should be a slightly different colour, and I probably can get away actually with using the colour that I used for her jacket, which I think was this one, for this part of her cello. That's one of the really cool things on the show, isn't it? All the lovely music that they have in it. I'm looking forward to seeing what songs they've used this time. Right, I'm assuming that this blender's going to be dry enough now. It's still kind of pretty well over the line. I think I'm going to have to find a gel pen later to try and cover that bit up. So that's Wednesday, her cello and the candle done. So I'll use some greys for the stained glass. So could use the same grey that I've used for her skin for part of it. And then I might get the CG2 Cool Grey out as well. And I have to have a bit of a think here on what else I use. I want 3 colours, I don't think I want just 2. But a lot of the greys that I've used kind of would be kind of touching, or at least like be next to some of them. So I do want a different grey. Might go for that cool grey actually, BG070. I'll go for those 3 greys for the window. So let's start with the lightest one. So I'm going to do a vague pattern, but not like a super strict pattern here. I'm going to overthink it too much, but I do want each panel kind of coloured in. So I'll do on the one of the darker ones here at the minute, the BG070. So that would be this one as well. And then not that one. So I'll go and use CG2 on this one, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit different, but not massively different, which is what I was after. So I'll just need to go and tuck my daughter into bed. I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back. I just need to tuck my daughter into bed. My microphone's just fell off. You're back on there again. Right, so I'll use this CG2 again here. So that'll be that section, that one. So I think they'd probably work out about this would be CG202. Trying to follow the pattern round. So I'll go back for the really light grey again. And that can go on these bits. Well, this page is very quickly coming together, isn't it, with having quite a limited colour palette, which is nice. And then I'll use that light one again there, and then I'll use that CG2 again up here, because I think that'll kind of balance that out. Here we go. Cool. And the centre little bit I will do black. There we go. And need the wall colour as well, so I've just realised this bit is also wall, so that'll need colouring. Right, I don't know what colour I'm going to do for the floorboards yet. We'll come back to that. So we need to pick some nice colours over here, nice and colourful. Obviously she does have coloured tips on the end of her hair, so I want nice light pretty pink for one side. They might be a bit too bright. Might go for Thistle's quite a pretty colour. Let's just double check that swatch. That looks like that's faded a bit. A little bit. Yeah, no, that is a pink. So I'll go for that for one side, and then to subtly tie the two sides in, I'm going to use the light purple that I used here for some of the ends of her hair as well. And then I need to pick a colour for the blonde, which will need to be from somewhere off here. I don't want like I don't want yellow. I might go for lemon chiffon because that looks subtle. I don't want it looking like she's just got bright yellow hair. So I'll do purple tips over that side. There. And then pink tip this side with the thistle. So yeah, the pink side I used was the Thistle RV160 and the purple was RV230 Viola. So then for her actual hair, I'm going to use Lemon Chiffon Y030. Oh, bless you, Zoe. Hi. Yeah, I did think I'm not normally streaming on a Wednesday. I wasn't sure if anybody'd be busy or, you know, obviously I saw then Jess was streaming, but I've just quite happily been colouring away anyway because I would have been colouring this page tonight whether I was streaming or not. So anybody that does say hi, it's nice to see them. So there we go, that's her hair done. That looks quite pretty. Need a slightly different pink for her ears and her nose. Might go for fruit pink. If I can find it, here we are. Oh, it's all right, Zoe. I don't mind. It kind of reminds me of when I first started on did my first couple of live streams actually, and it was just me. Here we are. So we'll do nose and the inside of her ears with the R21 fruit pink. I'm not too bad actually, getting excited for holiday. I think we're gonna start packing tomorrow. How are you? You had a day out at, was it at Oxford the other day with Jess? It's been absolutely years since I went to Oxford. I think I went when I was about 10 or 11 with my mum, and I remember it being like really impressed with it. It's such a pretty city, isn't it? Now we're gonna go like super bright pink, I think, for the flowers because it's Enid. I think we can get away with it. So I'm gonna go for vivid pink. Well, I say that I've got to find where the vivid pink's got to. There it is. That's fine. Oh, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? On the bus, everything takes so much longer because it depends on what route they take, doesn't it? And if you've got change, and obviously they've got to do all the stops and everything. Ooh, 2 hours on a bus. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it once you did manage to get there. At least it's not been too hot this week. So I'll do these flowers the same. I'm going to save that pink for now, just in case I want to use it on her clothes as well, but I don't know whether I will. I do with picking a colour for her skin. I know, like I said, we've rewatched season 1. We finished it last night at like midnight. got to something past 11 and we were like, did we watch the last one? It's like, oh, we need to, because the new season's on tomorrow, and you know, we want to get going with it before we end up with too many spoilers. I think I'm going to do her skin really light again, but I'm going to go for pastel peach, so it'll be really light. I don't want her looking like she's sunburned, but I don't want brown. Oh no, it rained when you went. Yes, I think definitely you need to go again on a day when it isn't going to rain. Yeah, I managed to avoid any spoilers for the new show, so haven't got a clue who's in it. I'm obviously assuming Wednesday's in it still. Other than that, I haven't got a clue. Don't know which characters are coming back or where it's set, or managed to avoid everything. So it's going to be a massive surprise when we do start watching it. But yeah, we enjoyed watching rewatching it. To be fair, husband just kept falling asleep because he's rewatched it kind of recently anyway, while he's been at the gym on the treadmill. So it is me who hadn't watched it since it came out, which was what, two years ago was it came out. So yeah, I could kind of remember bits, but there was a lot I couldn't remember. Oh, that was good timing then. At least you got to the car when it really chucked it down. Right, I need some pinks for an outfit. Obviously we need lots of different pinks. So we want a colour explosion for Enid to contrast with Wednesday's no colours other than purple. So I don't want it to be too psychedelic. So I might go for Coralescence because that's quite a deep pink. There it is. So I might go for Coralescence for part of it. And then I might go for Light Prawn. There it is, Light Prawn. So I might go for those two pinks for a top. And I might reuse one of those pinks for her shoes actually, but I want a different colour for her skirt. I don't know whether to go for like a pinky purple. I'm not sure as I've got. So I'll do a top and then I'll see what I'm thinking. So I'll go for wrong end. There we are, I want the brush end. Go for the Coralescence R200 to start with. So then that'll be this bit. And here. And then that sleeve. Oh, thank you. I'm really pleased actually with how it's turning out, and I see a lot on the shorts that Jade Summers puts out, where like they'll split the page in half, or they'll draw a star or a heart, and inside's one colour and outside's the other. And I've seen it a few times and thought, oh, that looks really cool. I want to try that on a page, but I've not been brave enough to. But I thought actually this page, like in the show, it is already split into two, isn't it, with Wednesday's side not being colourful and then Enid having her half decorated all nice and bright. So it's a perfect page for splitting down the middle. So we'll go for the lighter pink now, the Light Prawn. this one. So oh no, which book's that one in? That sounds interesting. I do love Wicked. What, a few Coco Wire ones. Is it a page that like they've coloured into a Wicked style? Right, I think I'm going to use yeah, I'll use a different pink, I think, for her skirt. Is it? Do we use lighter, darker? I'm not too sure. Might go for. Oh, decisions. I'm overthinking it, I feel. I'm wondering how different is rose pink. Not massively different, is it? I might go for that one though. I might go for rose pink because it's slightly different but not massively different. So hopefully, if I can find it, that will work. Here it is. Oh, hi. Girl Moments or something. Oh, okay. No, I'll have to have a look for that. That sounds interesting. Half green, half pink. That's cool. Hi, Jan. I'm glad you remembered, Zoe, because I was there thinking, oh, can't remember. I have a terrible memory too. So well done, Zoe, and hi, Jan. So let's colour her skirt. There we go. So I'm going to use the same colour that I used for her hair, I think, for the centres of the flowers. So that was the lemon chiffon, just because I don't want to bring too many colours onto the page. And I might use that light purple that I've been putting there for Wednesday on the tips of her ears. I might use that for the pot. Yeah, I might do that for the pot. It's either that or I use the colour from the ears. No, let's go for a bit of purple, I think. That'll look nice. Add a touch more of that purple in. Hi, Audrey. So I need to pick a green now. So let's look. This is where it might end up looking a bit odd because we haven't got any green on the page yet. But it obviously needs to be green because it's leaves, and I don't want to go too bonkers with the colours. I suppose I could add slight pink highlights, I guess, onto the leaves if I'm feeling brave. Might go for quite a gentle green, I think. So I might go for glass green. And I might try and add a little bit of that pink if I can find it. That fruit pink. I might just add little highlights onto the leaves with it, I think. Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As soon as I've finished live streaming, I'm going to put my guinea pigs away and then getting comfy in front of the TV to watch season 2. I've managed to avoid any spoilers, so I haven't got a clue what to expect. Very excited. I kind of forgotten how good of a show it was till we've just finished rewatching it. And I kind of forgotten, like, I remembered I enjoyed it. I remembered it was a good show, but I'd kind of forgotten how good it was till we rewatched it. Just all the music and the costumes and everything is just, it's really well put together, isn't it? No, I don't. Sort of, I think, Jen. I think half of this second season is out now, I believe. And the other half is coming out, I think, start of September. So there is, it's not like it's weekly, but you can't binge like the whole season, if that makes sense. I want to say, I think there's 4 episodes at the minute. I might be wrong on that. I'm sure husband said that he thinks that there's 4 episodes out at the minute, and then the rest in September. Right, so still don't know what to do for the bottom, but let's sort out the glass. So I'm going to reuse some of the pinks that I've already used. Let me try and find them all. So I might use a very little bit here and there for the super bright pink, just because I think that'll look quite cool having a little bit. So I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'll still do a little bit of a pattern like I did the other side, I think. I know it's not coloured how it is in the show, but I'll leave that pink at that for now, and then go for the light prawn. And then I'll go for one of the really lighter ones. Yeah, I think, I mean, not to be skeptical, but husband's first thought, he was like, oh, why do you reckon they've split it over 2 months? I was like, I don't know, so you don't binge watch it in one go. And he was like, well, it means you've got to make sure that you've got a Netflix subscription for at least 2 months, haven't you? I was like, oh, yeah, I suppose so. With it coming out in 2 separate months, you'll have to at least have Netflix for those 2 months, won't you? So I'm assuming that's kind of why they've done it. Oh my gosh, I feel old now. I remember when Big Brother was new. Season 27? Oh my gosh, I knew it was still going, but I did not realise that they were up to season 27. My goodness. I feel very old now. So I can remember when it was brand new. Showing my age. There we go. So I'll do a little bit of this coalescence. There. And actually, I might add it in up here as well to balance it out a bit. There we go. And let's go back to those first few pinks that I used in the middle, I think. Oh, in fact, I'll need that light. Where's that one? Fruit pink. Because that'll need to go in this bit, I think. There we go. Right, I'll use those bright ones that I used in the middle again. I did that in that bit, so I'll do it over on this side. And try and use this rose pink. Colours, they're looking quite orange on camera, but I assure you the ones that look really orange are just really pink. I think between the lighting and my camera on my phone, it's obviously adjusting the colours a little bit. There we go. That's all of the window done. So wondering whether either to colour it just as a wood colour or whether to go for a grey floor there and a pink floor there, to completely go for it. Oh, I don't know. What do you reckon? Just wood floorboards and do it the same across, a bit like I did with the wall, or do we do grey floorboards there and then a pinkish floorboards that side? Not too sure. Oh, I don't know. I go for just wooden colours. Just colour it just a very light brown across, I guess, couldn't I? I suppose that's what I did with the wall. I do it quite a pale brown so that it blends in and then they'll pop out a bit more, I guess. So I might go for, because I don't want too dark of a brown. Might go for that brown grey because that's quite a neutral, not too bright, not too dark. Hopefully just right. So let's go for colouring all of the floor this colour. And then I'll go in and neaten up the bits that I need to neaten up, and then add a bit of gel pen, and I think it'll be done. It's not actually taken too long. I think with having quite a limited colour palette, it certainly sped things up a bit. So what's everybody colouring at the minute? Anybody got any whips on the go? I'm trying to make sure I don't go away and leave a page like right in the middle of it. So I'm hoping I might try and squeeze in a page from Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Hall Oberg. I'm hoping I can squeeze a page in from that before we go away, but I think I'm going to need to make sure I use Inktense to speed it up. And I do also want to try and finish all the little characters in the Leon's Journey page, because I did Leon ages ago, and earlier this week I did go in and colour the little mouse is called Marie, and then it's Lily, isn't it, the cat in it. So I've done that. Nearly finished Mocha and Latte, the two little puppies on that page. So I'm hoping to get that finished as well, but we'll see. Oh gosh, sounds like your Wednesdays are very busy then, Zoe. Fun though with bingo. There we go. Yeah, I've been. Where's Molly's? Oh, where's my Leon's Journey? So I've been. So I started ages ago, right when I first got the book. I did Leon. Like that was a couple of months ago, and then I haven't done any more in it. So this week I have got Lily and Marie done. Let's see, I've nearly finished Latte and Mocha. So it'll just be Baron the Owl to do. So I'm hoping to try and get those bits finished because they're not very big. It's just slowing me down a bit because I'm writing down what colours I'm using so that then I can try and colour them the same throughout the book. So that obviously slows things down a bit, doesn't it? So think about what you're doing and writing it down. Now let's check which bits did I need to tidy up. So I've got that bit. I think that's the main bit really. The rest isn't too bad. So I need like a brownish beigeish colour, which I'm sure I have so many Language gel pens. I'm sure I should have, hopefully, one that's similar enough. So got this one. Let's just scribble it on a bit of paper. Oh, I think that might be, hopefully, yeah, close enough match there, I reckon, to neaten this up. Just to cover up where it's bled over a little bit. That's much better now. Still kind of tell a little bit, but it's not anywhere near as bad. And I might just find that colour and just add a few little bits here and there, a bit of texture on the wall, because I think then it won't be quite, hopefully anyway, as obvious. That bit over there then, if I get some random patterns in here and there. There, that looks a bit better. It's not quite as obvious now, that bit, with having those other little bits going on. So let's put that gel pen back. Oh, it's, do you know, I've got a little notebook. Well, I've got one that I keep in my Castle Art Soft Touch. Again, it's a little notebook about this size that I write all the things that I use in Eerie books, because I tend to use my Castle Art Soft Touch in that. And then, see here, I've got like loads of random bits written in this little notebook for like the Spooky colouring book, Matchstick Mouse, the Magic Cat General Store Japanese colouring book. I've got all bits written down for that. Quite a bit written down for that because there's quite a few characters in that book. And then not done much in the Japanese bunny, is it the bunny fairy tale book or whatever it's called. Not done too much in that one yet, so I've not got a lot written down for that one yet. Got Leon's journey written down, the bits I've done so far. I'm sure I've got somewhere the polar, oh yeah, and then the Polar Bear Adventure Cruise, I've got various bits written down in the back. So it's just kind of all in just this random little notebook that I've got. And then for my cute and cozy books, what I've been doing is I've literally just been writing it and then washi taping it on the inside cover for them ones, because there's not quite as much to write down for them, with it only been a few markers for the characters, but I know I wouldn't remember it. Do you know what? I signed up for the mailing list for Amanda's Deluxe Planner because I thought, oh, it sounds amazing. And then I got the email through and worked out how much it was going to be with postage. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely worth every penny. But I thought, I've never had a colouring journal before, so I don't really know if I'd use it anyway. So I think I'm going to get just one of the, like the normal ones. So I'm assuming she's going to be doing the standard one again. So I thought I'll get one of those next year, and give that a go next year. Just like the normal, you know, the bog standard kind of planner. Assuming she does the cheaper version as well, which I'm sure I read somewhere that she was still going to be doing the kind of the, you know, the more standard Amazon print one. So I'll get that and I'll see how much I use it. So it'd be nice to write some bits down, like how many pages I colour in a month, and, you know, different stats that might be useful for you know, doing a YouTube video. So now I really enjoy watching people's videos where they're, you know, talking about how many pages they've coloured and how many books they've worked in and things. But at the minute, I haven't got a clue. I don't know, because I don't write stuff like that down. So I thought if I get a planner next year, hopefully I'll use it, and then that'll help me with being able to work out some bits and pieces. But I do try and be a little bit organised, but there's a lot that I don't bother writing down, and I just kind of wing it. And then if I ever want to do the same thing again, I'm just end up being a bit stumped and looking and going, hopefully I did this. So kind of when I do know that I will definitely want to do something the same again, like characters in a book, I do make sure I write that down. So just add a bit of gel pen here and there. I never worry about like light sources or things on this. Just want to make it look kind of bright and shiny. And a bit there, a bit to Wednesday. Yeah, do you know what? I've nosed at the happy planners before when we've been on holiday. So I think they had them in, I want to say it might have been in Hobby Lobby. I'm sure there was somewhere when we were on holiday in America once that I had a little nosy in. And I thought, oh, that's cool. We don't have stuff like that back home. It's like I get a special teacher planner. That does cost a small fortune, but it is really well thought out. I suppose it's the same kind of thing, isn't it? The one that Amanda Colours has done. She's thought out what people who colour will, you know, actually find useful. But it was the shipping to the UK. Like the price of the planner wasn't too bad, I didn't think, but the postage was, whew. And I get it, like it's, you know, postage is expensive. I know that. My husband posts the things he makes and sells on Etsy and eBay. I know how pricey it is. There's no way around it, but so be very jealous, Jen. Oh, okay. Oh, might have to have a look, to be honest, then when I'm on holiday. See, I'd not thought actually about a happy planner. That might be useful. I don't know how much I'll use it though. That's why I thought if I get the standard Amanda colour one, I thought that's not too. Is that about £10-15 or something? Alright, I'll just add a little bit there. I think, a little bit on her nose. I might just add a little bit of black gel pen to her eyes, and then I think there we go. It's made her eyes a little bit dark. I know the printed black, but the black printing isn't super deep, is it? Sometimes I think that's enough gel. I have a habit sometimes of going a bit overboard on the gel pen and then regretting it afterwards. I've just spotted them a little bit. I just want to neaten up down here actually with a white gel pen. Just neaten up down here. No, well, we shall. Oh, that's a shame. Oh yeah, our art shop's absolutely rubbish. Hence why I want to go and have a good nosy round somewhere. We're on holiday. Had some birthday money, and I've been saving it so I can spend it when we're away. Oh, that's a shame, Jen, because it's so nice going into an actual shop and being able to look at things, isn't it, and hold it in your hand. But then you can kind of understand when stuff's dead expensive, why shops don't always have it in, or, you know, obviously shops might not be close enough to you. That's a shame. It's a shame that there's not as much choice from the sounds of it in Marks and Hobby Lobby. That's going to be interesting when we go away then. But yes, we'll be interested to find out then, Jen, on when you get your planner, what you think of it and if you're using it. You've obviously put it somewhere very safe, Zoe. Or Steve's tidied it away. Here we are. Right, let's put them pens away in there. Cool. So I think I'm going to call that done. Didn't take too long, literally about an hour. Really pleased actually with how that turned out. That's kind of what I'd pictured in my head, of having the greys and blacks and purple and then the super bright colour that side. Oh, okay, we'll blame your parents then that they've tidied it away somewhere. Was it somewhere safe? Right, so I will call that page done. Let me just I've only just started writing dates on the bottom of my pages like literally last week. I've been colouring for like 10 years and only just started doing it, but better late than never, I guess. So I'll pop the date on, so that's officially finished. Oh, cute. Oh, capybaras are absolutely good. They're so cute. They're like my daughter's favourite animal. Oh, thank you, everybody. Yes, and very much looking forward to getting away, doing stuff, and yes, probably a little bit of shopping as well while we're there, getting some nice art supplies. So that'll be no doubt shared on the channel at some point. And yes, I shall go and get my guinea pigs tucked up and get myself nice and comfy with a nice cold G&T, I think, to start watching Wednesday. So if you're going to be watching Wednesday, I hope you enjoy it. We'll maybe have to have a chat on Instagram or YouTube comments or something to see what everybody's thinking about it. Hopefully we're all going to enjoy it and it's living up to expectations. So thank you very much for joining me, everybody, and I hope you have a lovely week, and I will catch you in the next live stream, which won't be till September, but there is still going to be a video on at least a Wednesday and a Sunday over the next month, because I've got a load of stuff pre-recorded. I'm going to get a bit more recorded tomorrow as well, so it'll all be scheduled, so there'll still be plenty of content going out, some flip throughs and things that I did a while ago. So there'll still be lots of stuff there. If you've not seen it yet, my second part of my Lulu Mayo completed pages went out today, and at some point over the next few weeks I'll be having part 1 and part 2 of all my Hannah Carls on completed pages as well. I'll be going out along with a few other bits and pieces as well. And yeah, take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.